Hi everyone, I just want to share with you some ideas that I have for irrigation system for our inline irrigation for our garden at our home. Basically, we've had this garden going for a couple years now, and we had no water filtration on it. And basically, over time, what we've noticed is that it's become really salty, some of the veggies and things like that. And we were concerned about obviously the water quality from the city with no water filtration on it. And so, have this nice organic garden, and potentially the water source isn't so great. And so we had considered doing a whole home water filtration system, but the way this irrigation branches off from the main water supply into the house, that would be bypassed, so it wouldn't solve the problem. And I looked around online and I couldn't find any other ideas on how to go about this. And so basically what I ended up finding was I dug up our PEX pipe, or our PVC pipe here. And what I originally had done was I got one of these water filters from Walmart. It's called Clear O2. It's an inline water filtration. It has I guess down to 1 micron filtration. So it's one of the better things that I could find. And basically the first time I actually tried this last week, I got impatient basically, and these fittings that I found, this one screwed in really well and this one did not. The threading pattern was different. And I said, you know what, I just want to try this, and I have to say I got impatient. And so I just basically screwed in as much as I could with some the epoxy, the glue. And then, basically I had to glue the rest of this together because this was glued together. And so basically everything was glued together. And it actually had worked at first for like a day. And then it had come out and the water it was just dripping out. So I was like, all right, well, something's up. But there's no way for me to check. So I had to cut it out of the line. And so I said, this is not going to work. This is not a solution to the issue. It's not easily assessed, and that kind of thing. So, anyways, I cut it out, and I said, let me start over. Let me do this right. And so basically, I went up to Home Depot. Actually, I'll show you the receipt because I don't have all the items on there. There's some extra things on here. But basically, those are some of the coatings for the fittings and things like that. The couplers and all that kind of stuff. In any case, basically I came off the PVC to PEX with looks like a 214. And then this is all 1/2 inch. And then the PEX came over to this CEP710X. Basically that's going from the PEX to like a hose attachment, and that screwed in beautifully. The threading was perfect. And then I don't know what the number is on this one, but basically this is male end to female end, and that screwed on perfectly as well. And then this converts basically that threading into the PEX pipe stuff, and then basically PEX pipe back to the 1/2 inch PVC. Now the nice thing about all of this is I can just unscrew it here and here when I need to check things. And then this is also mobile now, so I can kind of move it around if I need to, whereas PVC, there's no give there without worrying about breaking the pipe. Now some might say, well, why wouldn't you just screw this piece directly to this piece? Well, that was the problem that I had earlier with this setup, is that the threading pattern was different, and basically you can't really screw it on, and then you probably would have to use glue. So I found this other attachment here that was really sweet, because basically it's converting one thread pattern to a different thread pattern. And I don't know how I got so lucky doing that, looking around at Home Depot. But in any case, that's what I came up with. And as you can see here, hopefully, the water pressure is really great. And it's not anywhere nearly turned up all the way at the valve that we have all the way over here underground. So we can adjust the pressure going into that line. And it's only a partial pressure, actually a pretty low pressure. I can actually turn it way up, and this will be spraying everywhere. So in any case, so far it's working out really well, and I figured, hey, if I have any issues, just dig up the line a little bit, unscrew it all, maybe flush it or clear it out, and then you're back in business again. So very easy to do, and I totally think it's worth it, especially if you can filter out anything, from the city water supply. So so far very happy with this outcome, and I hope that I won't have any issues with it, but I'll keep an eye out over the next week or so and make sure that there are no issues. And I hope you all like the video. Please leave any feedback. If anybody has any better ideas, I'm all for it, trust me. I'm all about trying to help people, and if people want to help back, great. If you could just give some likes, give some shares, and give some feedback, I really appreciate it. See you all later.